Hey guys, and welcome back to this tutorial on how to draw the human figure. So like I said in the previous video, we're going to be drawing the three-quarter view from head to the shoulder, that's the bust. And in case you've not watched the previous videos, I would encourage you to watch all of them so that you understand what I'm doing, because I think this is going to kind of confuse you. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So moving on to the three-quarter front view, we're just gonna draw our action line, which is the vertical line. But we're not gonna divide it into 8, we're going to divide it into 2. So that we're focusing only on the head to the shoulders. So divide this into 2 equal parts and stretch it out a bit. Alright, so this area, this will be 0 and 1 and 2. Alright, so first of all, I need you to divide 0 and 1 into 2 equal parts and call that point X, and then create some broken lines here to help you know how long it extends. Alright, so now we're going to draw a diagonal line just like we did for the side, but this time it won't be as diagonal as the other one. This one will be a very small angle over here, like 25 degrees or 30 degrees, something like that. And we're going to draw our X shape. But remember, the X shape tilts, so we're going to focus on these lines to draw the X shape, not these ones, but these ones. Alright, I just hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I think the brush size is too small. Okay, this is okay. Alright, so I'm drawing my X shape. If the shape looks weird, just keep going over it. Remember, don't press hard, don't press too hard. Press too hard, it will be hard to cover up the mistakes. Alright, so we have the X shape. Now let's go ahead and divide the 1 and 2 into 3 equal parts. And then let's extend this a little bit. Now in three-quarter view, we'll need the shoulders to tilt a bit. It's going to rotate a bit, so we'll have to kind of tilt the shoulder line a bit like this. But before we do that, I'd like you to extend from point X downward. So wherever it touches on the pit of neck, which is this point, that will be the actual pit of neck in the middle. So we're going to draw the diagonal line to represent our shoulder line, since this is and we are going to measure the 1 head length, which is from 0 to 1. The same length, we're going to measure that to use for the shoulder line. But when it gets to this side, because of perspective, you're not going to have it exactly the same length, so we're going to shorten it a little bit. So there's a full head length, and there's a little bit of decreased length of the head. So yeah, now let's extend from the chin point, this point. We extend it down to the pit of neck, which is going to look parallel to this one, and we're going to extend from this point, which I like to call an N, You can give it whatever name you want. That's just to help me understand what I'm doing. And I'll extend it. Make sure it's parallel to this line. Now, since it's 3/4 view, you're going to need to indicate where the face is facing. Since it's not a side view, we can just assume that this is the side, the middle of the face. So the middle of the face is going to be between this straight line and this curved line. So somewhere here will be the middle of the face, all the way to this dot. So this is where the eyes will be, sort of, but we're not going to focus on that today. Alright, so we're going to create broken lines to extend to the back of the neck. Yes, to the point X. And then we extend this down. We extend this down with broken lines. That's the middle of the neck from the back. So we're going to stretch this out since it's going to be like the outer part of it. Now we're going to connect. Okay, I'm going to call this point M. We're going to connect M to the pit of neck over here. So we're going to draw a straight line between the two. And then we're going to draw an ellipse through the two lines, the two dots. Like that. So this kind of indicates the cylindrical shape of the neck. And then we draw the side of the neck since this is the middle of the neck. Alright. So the next step is we're going to extend this dot and that dot, the end of the shoulders, to the back, like this. Make sure they're kind of parallel. And it doesn't have to be very long, just a very short distance. And then you draw the last dots together, like this. Yeah. And then you draw that curve to pass through all the dots. So from this, the end of the shoulder to through M, and then to the other end of the shoulder, somewhere here. So basically this is the structure for the reported front view of the human figure. I know it looks kind of weird, but when I teach you how to do the details, you understand why it's supposed to be like this. Alright, so now we're going to draw the 3/4 view for the back. The 3/4 back view is a bit tricky. And let me caution you, this is the complicated part of this whole figure drawing process, the 3/4 back. And I might have to go back and forth a bit just to remind myself so I don't make mistakes to teach you the wrong stuff. But it starts the same way as the front view, so just go ahead and draw your vertical action line. Divide it into 2 equal parts. That's supposed to be 0, 1, and 2. Now divide 1 and 2 into 3 equal parts. That will be for the neck. So this will be the pit of neck. And then we divide the head side 0 and 1 into 2 equal parts and call it X, just like the front view. And then we extend it with the broken lines. Now, instead of drawing it diagonal this way, we're going to draw it the other way because it's looking at the other side. The same kind of angle, about 30 to 25 degrees. And then we draw our X shape into it, just like the front view. So this point indicates the chin. So now we're going to extend this, the X point, downward to the pit of neck. And then we'll extend it from the chin as well. We'll extend the chin to the actual pit of neck over here. And now we're going to start from the chin to divide this to indicate where the middle of the face will be, which is somewhere along this path. We're doing this because it's not the front or it's not the side. And so, just like the other side, this will be the back of the neck. So in case you've not noticed, this is actually the front and that's the back. Alright, so I'm going to create a dot over here to indicate the middle of the back of the head, and then I'll extend the line to show the path of the middle to this point. This will be our end point, and I'm going to extend this downward to the number 1, and I'm going to call it M, just like the other one. Remember, this is actually our midpoint. Now I'm going to connect these dots, the M dot and then the pit of neck dot, and then I'm going to draw an ellipse, just like I did for the front, the quarter. Then I'm going to connect the dots for this side, since this is actually the middle of the head, the neck. Alright, so now from this point I'm going to draw a diagonal line. It's not going to be, the diagonal line is going to face this way because of where the head is facing. Then I'm going to measure a head length somewhere here, and then here. And I'm going to extend this backward instead of forward, because the back is going to be here. And then I'll look at the shorter version of the head length here. And then I'll extend it backward like this. And then with a very small measurement like this, create the back of the figure like this. And then from the end of the shoulders and the back of the head, I'm going to draw a curve through M, through point M, to the other point of the shoulder. This didn't turn out as bad as I expected. And that's basically it for the quarterback view. So we can extend a line over here to show the gap between the back of the figure. You guys understand what I've done? If it's complicated, you can watch the back view again. I think this is just a tilted version of the back view that I drew in the previous video. So yeah, I know this is a bit confusing, but when you get used to it, it will all make sense. So just practice what I've taught you. Just draw it over and over again and get used to it, and it's definitely going to make sense. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and in the next video we'll be drawing the terracotta front and then the terracotta back, all in full figure from the top to the toe. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.